at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On first down, it's Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
They come out here in the eye.
Let's go deep, tighten it. Let's go deep, tighten it.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. is Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. After one, it's 9-0. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now Prescott, complete to Jason Witten. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Elliott running right, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Mike 5-4. Here I come.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get a 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just... And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the counter, Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. And he'll be out right at the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line, a gain of 5. First down, Rams.
Cut, like 20.
Check 48's the mark. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch.
Super one.
They run. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Like 20.
I'm here all day.
Now it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 6-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott, and he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Natson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Brings up fourth down.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on fourth. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Let's go, Todd. 180.
Here's Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
48.
Third and long. It's gone. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now it's gone. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on second down. Prescott, and this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A gain of 3, second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
180.
Hey, watch the slant.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's third down.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.